got my mind on cake. Boy, I got my mind on cake.
Hustle every night and day, boy, I got my mind on cake.
Today, you are battling for King of the Dot Fresh Coast here in LA, which is where you live now, basically. And you're battling Deadman, who's like up and coming guy.
Yeah.
What do you think? Your last battle, 100 Bullets, up and coming guy.
Yeah.
And before that was what? Who was
Sid Vicious and DNA were within like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. And like I guess DNA is kind of on the level. But
oh, and Spirited Sage.
Young Spirited Sage. And the foreign battles are kind of odd in that respect. But do you think that since you're kind of like one of the more synonymous names with battle rap as a whole, that when you battle these up and coming guys, it's almost like you're battling your past performances every single time?
Yeah, it kind of is that way. Because obviously people everybody's going into it with a built-in expectation. So all he really has to do, I guess, is exceed that or even match it, and it like appears better than it may be. I mean, Deadman's dope. That's the reason I did it, is because I think dude is tight. But people do go into battles like that. Like fans go into it thinking, oh well, this is gonna go completely one way. But there's also people who think I'm gonna get 3-0'd. People who just hate me and think that I can't match somebody who presents their stuff the way that he does.
It's like the same kind of situation in respect to them going into the battle with the preconceived notion about you. Like, they're like, fuck, I don't want this guy to win. He's won. I've seen him win too many times.
Yeah.
You know what I
People
mean?
like an underdog thing.
Yeah, and it's definitely like the underdog thing, but I think also like people are removing Deadman from the equation entirely in certain respects because it's Thesaurus and they're watching you and then they're like, well, what Thesaurus are we going to get? Are we going to, get the Thesaurus that was, like dominant in the WRCs? Are we going to get the Thesaurus that, founded the whole multi-syllable kind of form of battle rap? Or are we going to get, Thesaurus half-assing it because he's battling an opponent who he fucking isn't someone who's like on the level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's, at the end of the day, they're not even thinking about your opponent anymore because it's like, it's just what Thesaurus is going to show up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's got to be fun to have an uphill battle every single time.
It's good. It definitely, always is enough to keep me motivated generally. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I am at a spot where I have to battle the past performances, and, I'm always trying to grow and improve and do something different. So this is a good chance to do it. Definitely not someone I'm taking lightly. I got some good shit cooking.
And that takes what does it take from you to still find motivation for a battle, even when the opponent may not be someone who's like has a name as you, like some like 165 battles into this shit? How do you still get motivated?
I don't like to lose.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know, you gotta have like a statement battle, like that's not necessarily a statement, more like I guess I'm treating it kind of like making an example type of thing. Like he's an up and coming dude, and yeah, he's really fucking dope, and people agree with that. But it's like I want to show you that there's still a gap there between the up and coming and the icons.
Us and them and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
So to speak.
Yeah, it's definitely whenever you take that kind of a battle, that's conscious in your mind. You're like, this guy, I'm giving this guy a shot, at a tougher competition, a bigger name for yourself just through having a bigger audience. If I give this guy that shot, then I have to make a statement with the battle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That you can't just, it ain't as easy to just come up and beat someone that like we exist at the level that we're at because we fucking work to get there. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So you just came back from Vegas last night.
Yeah.
And your fans of battle rap are very familiar with the fact that you're a poker player and shit. And you're on Twitter,
constantly
winning and
updating
losing
hands,
with them and shit.
Dealing with the swings and shit.
Do you think that they like that they ride with you like that? Like when you're like in...
Some do. Some are interested. Some feel like they have like invested interest. Just it's someone to root for.
Yeah.
Anybody who has like a mild outside poker interest, especially the follows, just even like the main event, they're like, oh, this is definitely someone to root for then. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm just some like novice clown sitting in the games to throw chips around.
Yeah, it's not like Chuck
Liddell
Liddell showing up to just play at the WSOP because he's got the money to do it. You're like, I'm actually, when I'm not battling,
I'm a poker
playing
player.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. I try to separate the two. It's gotten to a regular point now of like getting recognized in sessions and whatnot, but I don't bring it up if it's not brought up to begin with.
Yeah.
I try to separate the two and, zero in at the table. And yeah, I've been out there for the last 10 days playing a tournament basically every day.
How does that affect your preparation for a battle like this, where you're like, you're playing in, arguably the biggest, toughest field of poker players in the world,
For life-changing money.
For life-changing money, and then, but you keep in mind the whole time that, when this is over, you have to go battle this dude. Like, no matter what, you're signed up for this, people are expecting to see you there. Yeah. How does that affect the preparation for the battle?
It definitely affects it, especially if I have like late night sessions or I make like an actual deep run in a tournament or something like that, because if I'm making like a 15-hour tournament run, that means it's probably like an 18 to 20 hour day in general. So I'm going to need to catch up and like recuperate and recover from that. I'm out there solely for business, so it's literally I'm entering something every day. There are, obviously ups and downswings in the game though, so I pretty much use the downswings to, maximize my writing time the most. If I, whatever, get the money in bad or take a shitty beat or something like that, I'm like, okay, go to the room, smoke one, watch some Deadman versus Peanut or Deadman versus Reverse Live or something, try and put some work in. But it affects the process a little, especially sharing a hotel room. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, just in general, like when we go do events in different countries, like it's always ideal to have your own room.
Yeah,
versus
definitely.
I won't share rooms with motherfuckers because I need to be.
I shared with Daylight in England.
Wow.
It was great.
That's a magical experience and shit.
Yeah, it was tight. It was the truth.
Yeah, I figured. So, real quick, and lastly, we'll definitely, we're going to kind of follow you around all day, and we're going to cover this event as a whole. What battles from the Takeover are you looking forward to watching? Aside from Daylight, who everybody's looking forward to watching. Believe me, I'm like, I came for Daylight. We're filming this shit about Pete only because I don't know where the Batcave is, basically, so fuck it.
I think mostly I'm looking forward to JC and J Pro.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the dopest battle overall. Like, those dudes are both monsters.
Real good writers.
Incredible writers for sure. JC's so polished, just like a natural, and has insane bars. And then J Pro, just every line is good. It's and he really had like a crazy battle at that YouTube event against Sid Vicious. That was like a breakout performance for him. So if he does more of that, it should be the best.
He had a crazy battle one time in a strip club parking lot.
With you.
Yeah. and 80 of his friends from Oxnard. It was pretty cool.
You got fun.
And JC, speaking of body, he has a baby body. And that's always something that you're bringing into every battle. If you're like, battling regular-sized humans and you're not a regular-sized human, that's something that... you rolled in with Greg, so it's like at least like he had a regular-sized human with him. Yeah. JC's just by himself there. It's like fucking Quado without the body and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so looking forward to JCJ Pro. Any besides fucking trying a little hemo rage with me and taking a few dabs, like what else preparation wise? Because that's what people like.
It's all repetition. It's really just go over everything.
At this point, day of the battle, like
front and back.
God willing, you have everything written.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to remember all the shit that you
exactly. And not only the proper order of everything, but like execution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Making sure you're breathing in the right places consistently, so that you can get out. The meaty part of the line. That's huge. You got to make sure you have to have every breath planned. I mean, there's going to be reactions you didn't anticipate, and you always have to break for those. But other than that, you got to be real. I'm pretty like meticulous about my preparations.
And you have to like know it enough to be able to deal with the shit that's
pick it up
thrown
at
at
any
you, right?
point. Yeah, exactly. You got to be able to deal with the variables and sort of just be able to pick it from any point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's just keep this in mind for the whole battle viewing audience. This is what Sawyer did when he woke up at 5:11 p.m. the day of the
I
battle.
woke up at like 4:11.
Oh yeah, he had fucking barbecue wings and fucking and jalapeno pizza.
No, I didn't have a slice of pizza. I had 2 dabs
2 dabs.
and like 6 wings, a water, and now some
A single serving
Yeah.
of that turbo shot, that real shit, that non-FDA regulated Hemo Rage. Cheers.
Smells kind of bomb.
Oh, it's fucking good.
That's crazy in there. Yeah, what's up, man? All right, good. Good to see you, brother. Tell him about my brother Alex.
How's it going, man? Nice to meet you, man.
You gonna cut someone's head off tonight or what?
Definitely the plan.
Yo, we out here. So, what do you think of the fucking venue, the audience? There's a lot of fucking kids out here for the basement. It's definitely
hella
packed.
people here. The
Alchemist
turnout is
here.
great. Yeah.
Dirt Nasty is
Evidence.
here. Evidence is here.
Yeah, it's pretty tight to see the bigger heads come out and show love and shit.
Yeah.
All those dudes are so supportive of the scene, and they follow hella like thoroughly. That's the tightest part.
Yeah. It's wild.
But it is cooking out here. It's hot outside. It's probably like 30 or 40 degrees hotter inside.
It's like the Philippines in there, bro.
So I'm
it's
just-
like fucking.
I'm staying
It's
out
cooking.
here.
It's Florida everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
staying out
magical.
here until they tell me I have to go in. It's pretty much that simple.
So, last minute preparation for a battle. How often I find myself walking up and down the street.
Oh yeah,
fucking
I've been doing
running
it the
through
last like almost hour or so, just pacing back and forth. I ran my rounds over with Diz. We like went back and forth. That always keeps you going sharp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just trying to smooth out like any of the transitional parts that I like him having, more trouble with.
And you think at this point, even though you were at the fucking World Series of Poker and you were playing fucking poker every day for the last fucking 2 weeks, 10 days or whatever, and you came here last night fresh off a like 18-hour fucking day of playing, all that aside, do you feel prepared now to go
Yeah.
in there
Oh, I
and
do.
fucking that
I
battle?
feel really good about my material. I'm actually thinking about switching around my round order because it might work better if what I thought was my second is actually my third to close on. That seems like a stronger note to close on.
Fucking A. All right, we're about to fucking watch Thesaurus battle, and we'll see what's up. We'll see if fucking Deadman. I know he's palms and sweaty, mom's spaghetti,
Yeah.
and I think he's gonna bring that fucking heat. But
He is.
it's you versus you, G.
I tend to bring the best out of people, which is also a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that he's definitely going to come correct. It's a good opportunity for him, and I'm just going to try and diffuse that whole situation, you know? This is my moment of glory.
All right, so Thesaurus, you just did your fucking battle. What do you think about battling in there? Was it?
Oh my God.
Was it gnarlier than you thought it was gonna be? Watching this shit?
The heat is crazy inside right now. It is the hottest, maybe the hottest venue that I've ever battled in. It was, and I mean the stage is elevated as well, so it's that much hotter up there. As far as the battle itself though, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Really fucking happy with the outcome. Deadman absolutely killed it. I'm really glad it wasn't judged because I think it would have been a really fucking tough call, and I
Yeah.
think this will just add to the replay value of it.
Awesome. And
Great crowd too. Great fucking crowd. So receptive to just every bar.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, I know I write great, but
Well, it gives everybody opportunity to fucking not judge thing to make their own fucking opinion online. They're gonna argue back and forth, more views on the battle as a whole. It's a fucking good thing overall. I'm honestly at this stage of the game, I'm a proponent for not judging battles, so I think it's fucking on point. But Was Deadman harder than you thought? Did he have
brought the business? I mean, I expected he was going to bring his best performance, which I think he fucking did.
You said that. You said that everybody brings their best performance.
He definitely did, and that's really like the best thing that I can hope for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just bring the best out of the opponent, and then do the same for him. Like, you know, not overlook him, not take it lightly or anything like that. I think the footage is going to come out crazy because just the whole vibe of it was so fucking good. I had one minor fucking heat stroke slip up, literally like was seeing spots or something. I was like, oh shit, there's a chance I might pass out right now.
Yeah.
And then didn't, and fucking got right back into the zone. I recovered really fucking well from just the one brief slip up, so I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Very happy.
And what do you think next battle for you? I mean, like, you've been given these cats that are kind of coming up a shot like 100 Bullets and Deadman.
Now I got Looney.
Okay, so you're battling Looney at King of the Dot, World Domination 4.
I got Looney, basically the most viewed battler.
You're the battler who has the most views. You're battling the most viewed battler.
Basically.
Another King of the Dot battle, but this time in Toronto.
Yep.
What are you fucking looking forward to outside of a bunch of Filipino views on that motherfucker?
I know it's something he's wanted to do forever.
Yeah.
Everybody who I've talked to who knows Looney has told me that. Really, I just have to, I'm glad I have so much time to sit and think and prepare and be able to just like properly combat what I think he's gonna fucking do. I have a long time to figure it out, which is great. I don't have to rush. I can, you know, do the proper game planning that I need to. Watch his rounds against Disaster a ton of times. Definitely skip Disaster's rounds.
So what's up with you in the nearest of futures? What are you fucking doing?
Tomorrow I'm driving back to the World Series of Poker. I'm playing a $2,500 buy-in event on July 1st, and I got this fucking video interview with Bluff Magazine that is hopefully going down this weekend. Tonight I'm gonna write a verse like WSOP related, incorporating a bunch of poker players and whatnot, and yeah, hopefully that'll just absolutely go nuts. That would be the most amazing thing ever.
Fucking Thesaurus from the World Series of Poker came here for a day, did a fucking battle, right back to it tomorrow.
Living the double dream. That's what it is. It's called living the double dream.
Two-time world champion of life in this bitch. King of the Dot Takeover. Bunch of ill battles at this event.
True.
Definitely watch them all. KingoftheDot.com. Check out their YouTube page, the YouTube channel. That's where all the battles are. Their Ground Zero shit, which usually happens at this fucking venue. And fuck, look at this shit, man. Some of these kids came from that shit all the way to the top to battle cats like Thesaurus.
Straight up, Deadman.
So yeah, so definitely.
That's where he started.
Watch this shit, kids. Get into battles. Believe it or not, fucking you could go from fucking zero to battling a champ in fucking no time. If you're the shit. Rock.
We have a lot on the line today. $20, y'all. 20 whole fucking dollars, y'all. Let's do this.
Ready, set, go!
Oh my goodness.